Alright, well, so since I wasn't able to get those off, or I tried to, off the camera, obviously, they're rusty shut. So I went to my local auto parts store and picked up a impact driver and impact driver extractor set, just in case those rusted screws decide to snap off. Alright, let's see what we can do. Well, got them all in. Got it all cleaned up. Got all the bearings in, all the springs out. Got the broken springs out. Got that broken bearing that was in there out. Or whatever the cap for the spring is called. So, cool. And that one just fell out. Right on. Let's try to squeeze that spring back in there. Do so one-handed. Right. Now it's back in there. So now that goes on top of that, and then that's gonna go back onto that, which I took a Dremel to and cleaned up all of it. Dropped the gasket into the oil. Go figure. And then we'll put it all back together, and still won't be able to start it until I do all the finish the wiring. But that'll be next. Well, I got a bolt that I know goes on this bike because that's, well, the way it looks, how it's all pitted and everything. I cleaned it up. It was sitting right here in front of the oil pan. I don't think it goes anywhere here. I still got to tighten down this nut or bolt. So I gotta tighten that down. But still, I had to stop for a minute and think about, where does this go? Because I have no idea. Well, I guess we'll figure it out after we get this back on and this back on, all the bolts on. Yeah. Let me work on my mess still. I don't understand why I don't work on a workbench or clean up my garage. Well, that's right. Too much stuff. Anyways, we'll go back to this so you guys see my off subject, but wiring is all over the place. Needs to be gone through more. A lot more. Anyways, catch you guys when I have more of an update. Alright, so don't mind all this mess. It still needs to all be cleaned up. But I was messing with the wiring for the last few hours. Toggle switch here, on and off for the coils. That's going to be my kill switch also. So on off to the coils, starter relay, starter. This is going to a fuse box, which I had to purchase. So that's going to be later on for, right now it's just for the starter relay, and later on for the headlight and taillight to have a fuse of their own. Momentary ignition switch, starter button. Got an anti-gravity battery. Got the smallest one I possibly can with enough cold cranking amps. Regulator rectifier. So let's try this. Fuel on. Has a fuel leak. Need to replace the carbs, the fuel lines. Coil on. And let's see if we got nothing. Right on. Okay, well, I'll be back. Okay, let's try this again. It helps to start a relay, helps to hook up the ground. Okay, I think the fuel's on. Let's try this. Did I blow a fuse? Obviously. Starter's clicking. What did I do wrong? Maybe that battery does not have enough. It had enough earlier. Well, I'll be back. Carburetor spring, cut it down, bent it, put that on. I did a crappy wire tuck
just to do a test ride. Just wire zip tied everything, just as a test ride only. I'm gonna leak fuel, already know that, because these things are not sealing very well, but it'll be fine for the test ride.